Anna, look at me. Riley thinks you've absolutely lost your mind.
Huh?
Riley thinks you've lost your mind.
I didn't lose my mind.
She thinks you have.
I didn't.
Is this a mushroom trip?
Huh?
Is this a mushroom trip?
Huh?
Is this a mushroom trip?
What do you mean?
I'm kidding.
What does that mean?
I'm kidding.
This video stunned and outraged many. A pregnant Ann Nicole Smith seemingly so out of it as Howard K. Stern videoed it. Many were asking, was Ann Nicole on drugs? If so, who gave them to her? And if it wasn't drugs, why was she acting so bizarre? Howard, you say we've taken this totally out of context, so go ahead. Tell me.
As I said before, the video is stolen. We've never returned it. It's never been returned to us. You might have a bigger version. We have absolutely nothing. But what that video would show is it was actually Ford Shelley's daughter Riley's birthday party. And Ford Shelley, his wife, and a few other people came over the house. Anna had me go out and buy a bunch of presents. They came back to that. When I got back to the house, Anna was coloring with Riley. Riley painted her face, and Anna was pretending to be a little girl, which is something that actually Anna did quite frequently. And she got more into character. The daughter, Riley, really believed it, and that caused Anna to even go more extreme in character. And it's
so no drugs. You say no drugs.
Absolutely no drugs.
What's the mushroom? What's the mushroom remark?
That's my sense of humor, and you might fault me for my sense of humor, but if I thought she was on drugs, why would I say that on camera? It's absolutely ridiculous.
So you think so? That's an innocent videotaping of a birthday party, someone having fun with a sense of humor. And
totally taken out of context, and the way the video ends, and I believe that Gina Shelley on your program said this, is that I convinced Anna that she was taking it too far, so Anna stopped. If she was so much on drugs that she believed a baby doll was actually a real baby, do you think I'd be able to convince her of that?
Was she on methadone during that period of time? Because in other words, there's some pictures that we've seen and we've had of a refrigerator with methadone. Was she on methadone?
At that point in her pregnancy, she may have been on possibly like 1 milligram of methadone at the time. You know, throughout her pregnancy, which is what the doctor said to do. You can't just get off the methadone. If she did, she would have aborted Danny Lynn. So she reduced it safely in accordance with what the doctor said. At that point, I don't know if she was entirely off. She might have been on one milligram at a time. But if she was on methadone, it was a very, very little amount. Nothing that could impair her.
I'll tell you what supports that is that the child is born without drug problems.
Absolutely.
But I'll tell you what cuts against it, sort of, you know, a little bit in my mind, is that she was treated in April or May, 3 months earlier, I think, and she was in the hospital for drugs. Right or wrong?
No, it wasn't for drugs. She was actually in the hospital because she was having migraines, and that was at a time when she was already reducing the medication that she was on.
So I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I know you poured over these transcripts.
I took her to the doctor,
I understand that, but correct me if I'm wrong, but did Larry Burkhead say, or did someone say that you had some sort of bag of drugs, or at least someone has suggested that in the hospital in April or May before this video?
He did say that. He did say that. And again, at the time, his attorney was Deborah Opry.
So he made it up, are you saying?
This is what I'm going to say. I brought Anna to the hospital. Okay, if she was in a room where the doctors were giving her medication trying to treat her for her migraines, and it was like Benadryl or Finagrin or something like that, and it was sort of making Anna sleepwalk. It was making her, she would be in bed and she would move around like she was feeding the dogs or something. So there was actually a nurse in the room the whole time. I brought Anna there. I was with her.
What about the bag? Tell me about the bag, though. Are you saying Larry made that up?
I'm saying that there was a duffel bag. It had clothes in it. There was no additional drugs in that hospital room. I mean, especially, think about it.
You know, because you're critical of us,
Greta,
Howard, but we're hearing this from, just
Greta,
understand, we're hearing this from Larry.
What his story was is that Anna was brought to the hospital to detox.
Is that wrong?
That part of it is true. I mean, she was already trying to reduce the amount of medication she was on.
So
they
not migraines,
They couldn't stop. No, she was brought to the hospital for migraines. That's what I said.
Where's the detox fit in?
That was Larry's version.
And
this is what Larry said. Larry wasn't there when I brought Anna to the hospital.